My name is Sergio Alvarado Vasquez. I'm a researcher in the University of Twente, and currently I'm focusing on stakeholder participation to try to bring discussion between residents and decision makers to improve the conditions of public spaces. And the main idea to collect data is using this digital platform that is called Amachan. Amachan, it's an acronym of the words Amatatli y Chantacatl, which in Nahuatl, from the Aztec language, it means the maps of the people of the town. So this is kind of the main purpose of Amachan, to try to kind of give a voice to the residents, but also to try to create some kind of scientific input that can be used later on for decision making. So we use Amachan in 6 public spaces in Mexico. So then, of course, people use the information with Amachan to go to the government and tell them like, hey, look, we have a lot of needs. We don't have light. The public space look very bad. You can see people using public spaces for throwing garbage to try to, unfortunately, to have some kind of illegal activities using drugs there. So it's a big issue, particularly for females, because of course they feel extremely insecure going to the streets in the night. So usually the government thinks that the people are just all the time asking them, hey, fix this, do that. But they never came with a proposal or with something tangible that they can defend themselves. So the idea with Amachan also is to try to create a map or a report with information that was collected using a digital tool that was created by a scientific background, right? Today, we are going to demonstrate how we are going to improve the conditions of a particular public space here in the University of Twente. There is some kind of first step that need to be done, right? We start deploying, we call it a small communication process, where we start creating some posters to invite residents to participate in a data collection process. So particularly what we're planning to do is to make an invitation to be physically in the public space, like here in this particular case, and invite as much residents as possible. For the purpose of this video, I just invite my friends because, I need some people to interact with my tools. So, yes, usually they don't know me, so I'm assuming that they are coming for the survey or the data collection, and I'm just like, hey, I'm here. So that's what usually we do. Well, hey, so nice to see you guys. So welcome to coming. So can I ask you for your time to fill the survey? Creating discussion with the different people around this map is very valuable, because then people start discussing ideas between them. And this is something that usually when you do it individually, it doesn't happen. But when you have a map or a map table or a device where different people is discussing at the same time, different ideas can just merge into one particularly main general idea that can be something that could be worked later on.
I can imagine in summer if people come feel
Yeah.
Conveniently just lie down, sit on the grass.
That's something that it's very common, that, oh yes, I'm in the park, then I just lay down and I just got poop in my back because someone pooped, so well, their dog poop, right? Not a person, but we don't know. So that's the thing, right? So
a couple of benches are missing, trash can.
Right? We previously say benches, but I think it would be nice benches and tables to have a lunch break or just a coffee
like
break,
picnic or
right?
something.
So can I ask you if you can just draw it inside of the plexus, like an area, a polygon, where is places that you think they require some maintenance in the public space? Amachan is a tool where you can create any kind of survey, but the main focus is to collect data that is qualitative and quantitative. And the addition thing that we are using is the spatial component. A spatial component is just basically using a map to collect data in a geographic space. That's the only difference. Can you place a location where you think it's very attractive for you?
This,
The square?
yeah, the statue and this artwork.
Uh-huh. So then can you mark it in the map? Yeah.
Then
Save. It's one by one. So then the next one.
can you do an area where intervention is needed? Is not.
Not needed.
Yeah.
People that is not coming from the Netherlands or from an European country, so they think like, okay, this is beautiful, this is amazing, we don't have this kind of public spaces in our original country. But then, of course, people that they are more accustomed from the Netherlands to have this kind of beauty, so for them it's very normal. And then, of course, usually they say like, no, I think something can be improved. But for the person that they are coming from abroad, they are like, this is perfect. So with this feedback, we will try to see how can we design better public spaces for everyone. So, thank you so
Nice.
much for the
Thank
survey
you.
Thank you.
and for participating. Then there is a last step, which is when we analyze the results and we are starting to create a report about how the different situation of the residents was transcribed in this digital platform in Amachan. And there is something extra that I really love to do, which is now with the results, I make a session with residents, but also government practitioners. So then I just bring them into discussion about like, hey, so this is what the residents created for you governments, right? And in some participatory meetings, people just really get mad, start screaming to people from the government like, hey, you didn't fix this, or we have this issue for a long time. Where are you going to fix it, etc. And then of course, sometimes the people from the government, they were not aware that these are kind of needs that the citizens wanted to have. The important part is that someone needs to try to bring them together because this discussion needs to happen, right? So the idea is to try to make things more relaxed and simple. So, so that's the thing. So you need to be you need to be capable to listen everyone, but just to be relaxed and chill. So then the rest of the people will see that oh yes, everything is in control. Maybe inside I'm not, but they don't know. So right, so, fake it until you make it. So I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago that people that I was helping me to collect the data in Mexico, they were showing me pictures how I was like, hey, look, people is fixing the public space. People is, doing this. They are painting, they are building. So it was very nice to have this kind of, contact with people from Mexico calling me to tell me, things are being changed. Things are being done. Thanks for your help. So that was very nice.